Hey, give it up for Be Easy, our host. I'm not as tall, I am very short. So I just came from a funeral. What makes you come? One of my one-liners is suicide and abortion, what do they have in common? Oh. They both end lives that should have never been lived in the first place. Don't worry, it gets worse. I promise you that. So, you see, I only bring up these jokes because mental health has been so prevalent in social media. You want to stay positive, you gotta do what you need to be happy. And, in my life, I've always thought about suicide as something you can't joke about, you can't talk about it. A lot of your friends will say it's selfish, but it really brings people together. I mean, the funerals are always banging. Don't worry, you'll get it later. And so I did some research on this because a post showed up, and this girl's like, hey, give me a yay for being 300 days sober. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then it breaks down. It's like, this many months, this many days, this many minutes, this many seconds. I'm like, why would you give someone their seconds of sobriety? And I was like, well, wait a second, let's just, so I searched it up, and it turns out every 40 seconds someone kills themselves. Isn't that crazy? So I said, oh, I love math. Math is magic. How many seconds is that? 25 million seconds. So I did the math, and I got on my keyboard there, and I typed it up, and I said, yay, good for being sober for 300 days. Now those 640 plus people that have died can never enjoy it with you. Maybe you should be a 40-second winner and not a 40-second loser. Am I right? Now I'm just saying, it's a serious fact. It really is. Suicide's a serious subject. And to me, I thought to myself, well, when Beezy said, hey, you want to take the bullet? I said, perfect. Theme night. Mind blown all over the place. Right? I've come up with so many suicide jokes, it hurts. But I'll tell you what doesn't hurt me, but it helps me. When I feel low, I think we've all been there. You know what helps us out? Porno. That's right, porno is our best friend. Could you imagine trying to find quality porno back in 1920? You can't. We got streaming 4K now. I tried it on my Xbox. It's hard to browse with, one hand, but that's why they made the Wii. Or the Fire Stick, or whatever your streaming services is. You can still get it in 4K. Now, I bet you there's types of porn that you don't think will make you happy. You go, well, come on, Josh. I've watched it all. I've seen it all. Incest, taboo, things of this sort. But what you haven't seen is prolapse dance porn. For the rest of you, I would stop now because I would get very descriptive, and you can blame the 90s education system for that. Because they kept saying, read books. Well, guess what? They taught me how to describe things that would make your stomach turn, and guess what? We're going to get to it. So, prolapse dance porn. It's the Christian gay sex that you're scared of. It's where somebody fists the ass with lube, because if you go in dry, come on now. We're all gentlemen here, ladies. And you just start running your fist like a boxer. And you just run it, and then you just whoop, and it all falls out. Like one of those kids with the sticks, or that worm from Freaky Tales when it would talk and the little mucus membranes. That's what it just happens. Now, once this happens, you can push it back in. That's fine. But now that $400 you made to make your Pornhub, everyone's gonna watch it. So there you are with your prolapse anus porn, and guess what? You can tell yourself, well, I think I'm gonna kill myself, but that person should first. So next time you say, hey, give me a second. No, don't say, hey, give me a second. Give me 40 seconds. You know? I mean, that's the only thing you can do to make yourself happy. You know, social media. Defeat your depression with the thing that's been around for ages. Sex. Right? Now, we got to talk about masturbation at my table there. You know, and I was like, what can I fit that in there? What can I... And then I realized, I said, guys don't realize they have two hands that can do so many things, and they're not even using it properly. So I realized now that, guys, here it is, ready? You go from this to that. And now you can watch those Russian prostitution videos as if she's sitting next to you. Now, I love taking the bullet. I love going up first because I raised the bar up so high. I've taken the bullet once before. You can almost say that I have PTSD, post-traumatic suicide disorder. I'll keep throwing that in there. Hey, don't worry though. Out of all my attempts, it's like a Subway gift card. You punch 10, you'll get into heaven. So how's everybody doing tonight? I see everybody, I'm losing you a little bit. That's okay though, because I want you to. I want you to enjoy your meals. I want you to enjoy your drinks. You know. But I will tell you this. I will tell you a joke. I thought this was going to start at 7, so I've been sitting here since 4:30 drinking a whiskey as if it was my mom's teat and it was dripping milk into my mouth. That's how slowly I sip whiskey. Now I'm a junkie alcoholic. I know it doesn't look like it, but all these clothes are from Value Village. I was actually cleaned up into comedy. And look at me, right? Yeah, I'm not anonymous anymore. My name's Josh Muse. And you can find me in most Edmonton circuits talking about prolapse anuses and suicide. Because that's what I do. That's my thing. Now, I figured I'd end all this with the first time I ever had sex, because people always ask me, like, Josh, why are you so obsessed with it? You ready for this? So my first time, I thought I was going to be the cool guy and invite a chick over who was the easiest girl in our school. Now, I get that. I took the easy route. I didn't get a license, drug her drink, drag her into a back alley, and have my way with her. No, I literally did, hey, I need help for homework. Come home with me. So what she does, we're sitting there, and I'm sweating bullets already. We're not even doing the deep, sweating bullets already. And sure enough, she's like, cool. Starts touching it, rubbing it, right? I'm thinking, I'll get some good head. No, sir, she flips up her skirt, doesn't even get naked, by the way. Flips up her skirt, I take off my pants, I'm like, all right, I'm going in. Condom and everything, boom. So there I am, pounding away. But I couldn't forget the look on her face when my face was when my sweat was just dripping onto her face. And now I'm married with a kid. Can you believe that? I've been Josh Muse. Thank you very much.